All right, for the first category, which I kind of assumed would be the last one, Game of the Year, I think we vote for God of War Ragnarok. For me, it was Horizon holding the title all the way up until November. Although A Plague Tale is pretty damn good. So I think I vote for God of War. If I were to put it in rankings, it would be God of War, Horizon, A Plague Tale, Stray, Elden Ring, then Stray. I don't know what Xenoblades is, so I can't put that in there. But that'd be my top 5. Elden Ring would get 4th place. We go for God of War. Vote submitted. Next. Best game direction. This is where I wish Plague Tale was actually available for voting, because it had a really interesting way to play, and it also gave you a feeling of, I'm a little bit on the weaker side, so you should probably consider playing more stealthy, which some stealth games kind of struggle with. Bum, 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 bum. I feel objectively Elden Ring has to win. You're just wrong, honestly. I do think it could do best game direction, because it is interesting in that regard to let the player kind of explore. But like, you get like halfway through it and it all becomes samey and repeats, and it just kind of gets boring. I'm gonna give this one Horizon. Vote. Submitted. Horizon, you can have that. It's really interesting how it worked with the first game and became this huger than life story that was already massive on its own. Next. Best narrative. I think that's God of War, right? Although there were a couple of loose ends, because I think they're setting up a third game, right? That's what it kind of feels like. Even though this is the end of the Norse mythology, there's still a couple of things that didn't fully get explained, unless I missed something in the side quest, which is possible. I'm gonna go with the Plague Tale, because I like the Plague Tales a little bit better. It was a combination between 1 and 2, but I feel like it buttoned it all up. Not in a nice way. It was really a sad ending, but it buttoned it up nice. Are they gonna circle jerk the same few titles? Yeah, of course. Like, all this stuff is popularity votes. Like, if you look for like the host or the esports caster of the year and all that stuff, it's all just whatever's popular because they want people to watch, right? Right? Let's see here. Best art direction. This was kind of hard. Cause I think Stray has some really beautiful environments. Scorn kind of looked meh. I only watched some video of it. I didn't really like play it too much, so I can't speak about that one. Horizon was gorgeous in its own way. It was a little bit rough at first on the performance thing until they put a patch in, but that game is just visually stunning the entire way through, even on like side quests. God of War is incredible with the cinematic movements in between transitions, the over camera. Elden Ring, it's got its own art. Some people are into that. I'm gonna give this to Horizon. That's what I'm gonna do. Vote for Horizon. I think either of these three, I'd be okay with them winning. Next, best score and music. I think God of War. Although Metal Hellsinger was pretty fucking baller when it came to music. Like, when you get into a rhythm with that game, it's pretty sick. A Plague Tale gave you a lot of, like, depression tones and whatnot, so it nailed that. But I think God of War was emotionally a lot better. I think I'm gonna go with God of War. It's between these two. It's a toss-up for me. I'll go with God of War. Okay. Best audio design. Why is Call of Duty up there? Because of the gunplay? Are we gonna get the TrikSlyr award show on the subathon? Maybe. December 17th. Figure it out. Got a couple weeks to figure it out. Tis a possibility. Boy, I think God of War actually had some issues with their audio procs, especially on combat, because of how the combat is, where it's very third person and it's kind of stuck in the corner and you're this huge bulking guy. All of the stuff that was done in combat, they gave you audio cues, but some of them overrode each other, and the visual indicators were their way to fix it, and it just didn't quite work. There were a couple times in God of War Ragnarok, especially in the hard fights on the side quest, where I could not pick up when an attack was coming my way. So that one felt a little rough. Horizon had good audio as well. I mean, I played this one, back in March, February, whenever it came out. I'm gonna go for Horizon. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, God of War, I don't know. Also, yeah, that's true, the puzzles. The constant, like, trying to tell you to solve the puzzles, like, I don't know if that's considered under audio, but it was fucking annoying. Enough to be annoying to where I just want to yell at it. Next. Best performance. Ooh, Horizon Forbidden West. Ashley Birch was pretty good. Christopher Judge was incredible at Kratos. He had so much emotion and so many layers to it. Sonny did well as Atreus, but I don't think he wins it here. And then, like, she was so upsetting in the... Oh my god, these are all great. I think we give it to Christopher Judge. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think we give it to him. Kratos came so far. Yeah, we give it to Kratos. Games for Impact. We play a little bit of this one, I think. No, that was one that I wanted to play. I actually feel like I'm not qualified to vote on these. Best ongoing: Apex, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Honestly, like, I don't play Fortnite, but I really respect it. Its longevity, like, this year they got Goku in it. There was some Star Wars shit. Like, I think we give this to Fortnite for sure. The no build as well. Yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. Best indie. The only one I didn't play. No, I actually didn't give time to these. I heard Neon White was fine, but it didn't really look like my type of game. It's like auto aimer, right? And then Tunic. I liked Sifu. I feel like Sifu felt more of a tighter package. Like, Cult of the Lamb kind of fell off for me, especially with their balance changes. Stray was fun, but had some missing issues. I think Sifu wins this for me. Their combat was so fantastic that I literally tried to do no death runs, which is something I don't care about. I try to be perfect. Like, that was a fun fucking game. It really was. I'm gonna get to Sifu. Best mobile game: Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Marvel Snap. I think I have to pass on all of these. One, because I didn't give enough time. The only one that I actually put enough effort into was Marvel Snap, but even that fell off me real fast. Like, it was fun for a bit, but it's so grindy. Best community support: Apex Legends. I do feel like Apex Legends has a really good community support. Final Fantasy 14 has always been beloved by the community, it seems like. No Man's Sky has been a hell of a game that has transitioned into absolute love for the community, right? This is a game that had so much shit on it. Well, Apex doesn't have good support from my experience. Why not? What's wrong with it? I do follow some of the community managers on Twitter and whatnot, so that's where I get my community support. They seem pretty active there. Or is this different? Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, including on social media activity and game updates patches. Is it the patches that you're worried about? Because I feel like their social media is pretty on point. Oh, well, I think I give it to Final Fantasy. Like, I'm not here to fight for Apex Legends. I'm gonna give it to Final Fantasy. Okay. We should kind of just, like, wait to the next one after you voted. Innovation and accessibility. God of War did have some great accessibility. Last of Us Part 1? The Quarry was pretty good, too. The problem with this is, like, I appreciate all the options, but I don't really deal with them. But I'm glad they're there for other people that need them, whether it be color blindness, or you need a different way to play, or maybe more time and whatnot. I think being able to adjust a game to cater to you is great in its own way. The Quarry I played, but I didn't really play with it, but God of War did seem pretty awesome, except the only thing that was missing was the ability to turn off puzzle hints. Alright, I'll give it to God of War. Best VR AR. Oh, Moss Book 2 came out? Bro, I didn't spend any time in VR this year. At all. Best action game: Bayonetta 3, Neon White, Sifu, Teenage Mutant Ninja Shredder's Revenge. Ooh, Bayonetta I need to play. The problem is I don't know 1 and 2, but I think it gets to Sifu 100%. Let's do it. Sifu for sure. Best action adventure. Bro, all these are so good. This one's so hard. Like, like, these I went so hard on both of them, and A Plague Tale was like a great contained self-story. I don't think I consider it an action adventure. It's more of a stealth adventure, right? But it does get you into moments where you're just terrified. All of these games are great. Like, I recommend all of them. Tunic I didn't play, but I've heard good things about. And Stray was a fun little experience. I do think they kind of, like, lost the note of being a cat by giving you a robot that kind of does everything. And you just kind of walk around on a cat. Oof. I want to give it to Horizon. I feel like hunting down monsters, systematically picking them apart, building up your stuff over time was just so fun. And I never enjoyed a bow and arrow in a game until Horizon. It's like one of my favorite weapons playing games, especially with the feedback on the controller. Best role-playing. I can give that one to Elden Ring. Yeah. Elden Ring filled up the fantasy like crazy. Their weapons are wonderful for picking out your adventure. Okay. Take that. Best fighting game. Multiverse is fun for a little bit. Is that still around? It's kind of floaty. I think it's because of Sifu. I loved Sifu. Like, I'm not a fighter person, and Sifu made me feel like a fighting person. I think Sifu will get all the love from me in most categories. Best family game. Kirby, Lego, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope is incredible. Although, I don't know if it's a family game. I think it's a little bit too hard for a family game. I think Star Wars probably deserves it. Oh, that's the game I need to learn if I want to do Twitch Rivals chat. Yeah, I'm gonna give Lego Star Wars it. Like, it's so good that I've heard it's so great that my girlfriend doesn't want to play video games and wants to play this shit. That's a good family thing. When you get people that aren't gamers that want to game it, that's a dub for me. Best sim strategy. Dune, Spice Wars. Wait, Dune came out this year? Oh, that kind of just came and went, didn't it? Total War Warhammer 3 is cool for what it does. And obviously we saw all of our friends spend it forever. I'm gonna give Mario plus Rabbids it. We need to get back to that game. It's such a fun game. Let's do that. Best sports / racing game? I don't think I'm qualified to vote for this one. Best multiplayer. Ugh, imagine voting for Overwatch 2. Damn, really? These are the candidates? Where's Gundam Evolution? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was really, really fun. I kind of want to give it there, but I didn't beat it because our multiplayer session fell through. But I don't know if we blame that on the multiplayer. I think we just blame that on Moonfair, right? He hated that game for some reason. But I've heard Splatoon 3 is pretty good too. You know, we'll give it to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I like those games coming out. We'll give it to them. Content Creator of the Year. All right, where is TrikSlyr? Where am I? What the? I actually don't have time to watch much content creators here, chat, but I feel like Ludwig would get my vote because I have seen a couple of his videos. I've seen a few of these, and the ones that I have seen, I've enjoyed. Like, I've enjoyed Ludwig. I don't know who these other people are, which I think makes me a boomer. Like, I just don't. I don't know the youngins anymore. I'll vote for Ludwig. Let's do that. Let's do some Ludwig. Best debut indie. It's Vampire Survivors, right? When a game looks like this and can make you want to play it for hours on end, it wins. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even like, that's not even like close. Like, Stray was fun, but like I don't think about Stray, you know? I enjoyed it while I played it, but it's not a game that like changed the way I look at stuff, you know? Like, if Before Your Eyes was on here, I would insta-lock it, but that was last year, so. Best adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Oh, this is easily Arcane. Uncharted. Honestly, Arcane and Sonic are like up there for me, but for different reasons. Arcane is an incredible story that expands upon the lore of what we know out of Riot Games, but also gives you a bunch of vulnerability with the good guys and the bad guys, and the lines are blurred. Like, that was just a master display of how to tell a story, whereas Sonic the Hedgehog is fucking fun. But it's just fun. And it brought Jim Carrey back. Like, you watch Sonic and you're like, you know what? That was pretty fun. That was enjoyable. I giggled. I enjoyed the stuff. But I think Arcane wins for sure. Let's vote for that. Next category. Most anticipated game. I think it's Hogwarts, chat. I'm actually so hyped for Hogwarts. I think I bring it up once a week. I am kind of pumped for Hogwarts. Like, Final Fantasy 16 I'll check out. Starfield seemed interesting, but it's a Bethesda game, so it'll probably be a buggy mess for 13 years. Resident Evil 4, like, the original is already a masterpiece. I can't wait to play it, but it'll be done in probably like a week. I think Hogwarts. We'll do Hogwarts. Hell yeah. Best esports game. I think Super Smash Bros. Melee should be taking this. Just for the record, it is probably one of my favorite esports scenes that I actually keep an eye on constantly. The storylines are incredible. The commentary is so fun. Everyone has individual ideas of how they want to commentate Smash. The matchups are incredible. It's been around for so fucking long, it's ridiculous. You have so many legends just going in and out of that scene. However, it's not here. I'm gonna go with Valorant. Because I think Valorant is an incredible game, and too many people that look down upon it are just fucking stupid. Straight up. Although Rocket League is really good as well, but I'm gonna go with Valorant. For sure. Love Valorant. So awesome. Next category. Best esports athlete. I mean, it's gotta be Faker, right? Like, Faker's been on top for so long? So good for so long? It's gotta be Faker. Like, I mean, I don't know these other people, to be fair, but, like, that kind of speaks to the legend of Faker. Like, ever since HEC, I just don't watch esports anymore. I'm focused on my stream. I occasionally look at Valorant here and there. There was a phase where I was super into Sentinels for a bit. But, like, that kind of speaks to his legacy, is like someone that kind of casually watches knows about Faker, you know? So I'm gonna vote for him. And dude's been on top for so long. Best esports team. Where's Dignitas? Best esports event. EVO 2022, League of Legends World Championship, PGL Major. I just feel like I can't vote for these. Because I just don't put the time in to watch them anymore. The only thing I watch is Smash. And then, of course, the Heroes of the Storm, but that's never going to win anything. Yep. That's it. I can't vote on these. Votes cast 24 out of 31. So out of 31 possible votes, 7 of them I didn't vote for. Interesting.